Alright, it's another episode of I waste money and dump stuff into Theseus's fuel tank and just pray and hope that it'll do something, but it never does. Today, we are going to be dumping some Berrymans B12 Chem Tool in old Theseus, and then I'm driving into town and I'm going to get a can to dump in Mom's truck, and we're going to see if it does anything. But wait, we need some context. I actually scrapped this video. I know, shocking. Like, it doesn't seem like I scrap anything, and that's because I don't. But I did on this one for some reason. And then I emptied the recycle bin on my computer so I could reinstall Fallout New Vegas, and then I decided to start it back up. So anyway, I'm just going to stand here and jaw for 5 minutes, because I have already done Gumout and Techron Concentrate Plus. And I did that on both the Jeep and the truck. And I'm happy to report that fuck all happened. So I put a can of Gumout in the Jeep on a full tank of gas, and I put 3/4 of a can of Gumout in the truck on 3/4 of a tank of gas. Ran it both, didn't notice any difference, didn't get any different fuel economy. Then I ran another tank of gas through it. Then I put another tank of gas through it, and then ran each down about 1/4, and then I was finally able to find a couple bottles of Techron Concentrate Plus at Old Wally World, and I dumped one into the Jeep on 3/4 of a tank of gas and one into the truck on 3/4 of a tank of gas. Drove both of them down, and then on Monday I filled the Jeep back up, and yesterday I filled the truck back up, and I'm happy to report that I got no significant results. So Jeep had 18.5 mpgs, which is pretty actually that's kind of shit for the Jeep, but in cold weather it's kind of predictable, but should have been better. And in the truck I actually got 18, which normally would be really high for the truck, but also simultaneously I finally figured out where the major vacuum leak was and fixed it. So that's because I no longer have a vacuum leak, and I'm not running, continuously, with a huge fucking vacuum leak and having to burn extra fuel at like idle and low speed just to keep the engine running. That actually was the leak detection pump again, or the hose going to the leak detection pump. So I gotta sort that out, but I just totally bypassed the entire evap system connected to the manifold, and now it runs like a brand new truck. I mean, I have like twice the power. It's fucking crazy. Apparently that's been the problem this whole time. I think there's just a massive hole in the evap system somewhere, and so it's just continually sucking vacuum from the manifold into the LDP, and the whole thing's fucked. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. We're gonna dump some Berrymans in each of these, because I heard that Berrymans actually kind of acts like an octane booster, and you can actually get increased like performance out of a vehicle using it. So we're gonna see if that does anything. And I'm gonna dump a can in the Jeep, go buy another one, put it in the truck, and we'll see if something happens. Alright, apparently this stuff melts paint, so let me just dump it all on my paint. Drink up. Alright, that's been done. Now, time to just drive around for 300 miles and see if anything feels different. And then do the same with the truck, except I won't really be able to tell because the truck drives like a new truck now, and I'm still not used to how well it actually drives. I think this is like episode 3 of this series, and if you haven't seen the other ones, on the first one I dumped like half a quart of like old, like 15-year-old Marvel Mistral Oil in the Jeep, and I had to do that over like 4 like fill-ups based off of how the label wanted me to do it, and surprise surprise, nothing fucking happened. And then I dumped 2 cans of Seafoam in here at the same time. It was like $20 worth of Seafoam, and surprise surprise, nothing happened. And that was episode 1. Then I semi-legally filled the Jeep up all the way to the brim with boat gas, which is 89 octane ethanol free, and I got like 10% better fuel economy, and it actually increased the performance of the Jeep on the road. It felt like I gained like 10 horsepower on the top end. It was fucking awesome, but it cost me like, another 25 cents per gallon or something. Like, it was like another like $5 per fill up. It just wasn't worth it. I digress. Let's get back to the Berrymans. Oh yeah, and I totally forgot to mention, the reason why I started this series, or this episode in this series, is because of that. You see that? You see how my fuel gauge says it's like only got like 100 20 miles left on the range. It's only got like 7 gallons in it. I just put gas in the thing 20 miles ago. It's full. I don't know why that's happening. I'm assuming it's an electrical issue. It stays like that until like I'm down like a good like 3 gallons. Then it finally changes. And it only changes after I shut the car off and turn it back on. I thought something might be stuck on like the float shaft or something in the fuel tank. That's why I'm running a fuel system cleaner. But the fact that I'm now on fuel system cleaner number 3 in a row tells me that that's just Dodge wiring. So I'm probably gonna have to live with it. And that's why I kind of scrapped the video, also because I figured nothing was going to happen. But anyway, here we are and you're stuck with me. Enjoy the ride. All right, well, we gone about another 30 miles and fuel gauge is still doing that. But we're downtown Charleston now, and I hate downtown because you got all these dead end lanes and fucking red lights and pedestrians and shit, and you never know where the hell you're going, and half the people here know this place like the back of their hand, and half the people here are like me and have no idea where the hell anything goes and what roads you can turn on and which ones are one way and which ones are not one way. And all the buildings are tall. I mean, look at that back there. There's 6 stories on that fucking thing. What's up with that? And my country bumpkin redneck ass just is confused and my stress peaks, and I'm just scared I'm gonna get honked at and or pulled over and ticketed all the time, or some brain dead medical student is just gonna walk out into the damn road. And I don't know what it is about college kids, but they can't understand that, you know, you gotta wait for the crosswalk to say walk, and you also have to not walk in front of traffic that's currently moving. But anywho, I had to go record some legal documents, and yeah, and just generally try not to die and or get ticketed or killed. One of the two, or both. Man, the upside of downtown Charleston is at least it's scenic, except for all the municipal vehicles everywhere. But I am just never downtown because I don't make enough money to just piss away $100 a night, getting a fancy dinner, a couple beers, and a bag of crack. Upside of Charleston, though, nicest crack dealers you'll ever meet this side of the Mississippi. I don't know why, but I like parking garages, except for the fact that I have to pay to be in here. And we have now found a spot, and we're only at 52 miles, and the gas gauge is kind of working now. We're definitely not down that far. It should be pretty much at the F. But, yeah, weird. All right, well, the deed is done, quite literally. Let's see if the fuel gauge works. Hey-o! It just needed to be cycled off and driven, like, need to be taken down like 1/8 of a tank for some reason. I don't know why. Anywho, I'm gonna go run errands and drive around, and then we'll drive this thing down to empty and get a thing of B12 through that truck too, and come back and see if anything happens. Man, that thing has 9 stories. What the hell is that about? Who needs that many damn fucking windows? Alright, we are now officially out of the damn city, almost. There we are, we're on the bridge. We are now officially out of downtown, and we are heading west of Ashley, and maybe, just maybe, Berrymans B12 Chem Tool will do something to my Jeep. Alright, just to give the Berrymans the best chance it can, I am on the bumpiest country back road I know about within 15 miles of my house, and we're just going to give the tank a good old jostling. Just to knock all the, crud loose and everything, shake everything around, let that Berrymans just get all up into everything and just, work its magic. So I got another like 5 miles of this. So catch you if I survive or my suspension explodes, one of the two. Alright, so we're back at the house, and I got my other thing of B12, and we're going to pour that truck real quick, and I also got me some 1/4-inch fuel line, and I'm going to fix my vacuum leak, and by that I mean I'm going to figure out that the LDP is broken. But anywho, I'll at least give it a shot so I can get the damn check engine light to go away. Drink up. If this Berryman stuff, as far as I can tell, it's the best bang for your buck. It's way cheaper than the Gumout, which is like $7 a can. It's a fair bit cheaper than the Techron, which is like $4 something. And this stuff is like $3 a can. I mean, you can't beat that. So anywho, we'll see if that does anything. So far, it doesn't seem like it's making any amount of difference in performance with the Jeep, and it does not appear to be improving fuel economy, because we're a little further ahead of than where I think we should be for 92 on my gas gauge, but whatever. I will keep being hopeful. Alright, so it's been about a week and we're up to 280 miles. So I'm gonna drive to work and we should be somewhere around 300 then, and then we're gonna go dump some gas in it. And I think, based off of the fuel gauge, that we may actually be getting good gas mileage again. The Berrymans might have done something. Alright, we made our way to the gas pump. Let us hope for something under 15 gallons. Dang. Filled up gas cans too. That works out to 18.23 miles a gallon, which is terrible. So, it didn't do anything. Alright, so I'm happy to report that nothing has changed. The fuel gauge is still stuck where it was. And we still got like 18 miles a gallon. So, yeah. Berrymans B12 Chem Tool did nothing to my Jeep. And Techron Concentrate Plus did nothing to my Jeep. And Gumout did nothing to my Jeep. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the video. If you like what I'm doing, I don't know why you do, but go like the video. Dislike it too if you want. They deleted that, so it doesn't matter. Only I can see it, so you can only hurt my feelings. You can't let anybody else know that it sucks. Unless you comment, so go down there and comment and tell me how much an idiot I am and how much all these fuel system cleaners have helped you, and I'm sure they did. But you gotta have a really nasty system that hasn't been cleaned in a while. And yeah, they're not miracles in a bottle. They do work, they do help, but only infrequently and only if your system is grungy, nasty, and either ill-maintained or you use terrible gas. Oh hey, that's new. That just happened. It went ding and then it went all the way to the bottom. And there's not a wet trail following me, so it's not like I'm blowing gas everywhere. Just all of a sudden was like, yeah, you're out of gas now. So, that's interesting. Neat. So, yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to see more stuff like this, go down there and subscribe. I don't know why you would, but whatever. And until next time, Tom out.